I already have it installed, so all I'm going to do is click open, and it'll open that camera up. Before you get the camera going, you're going to need, let me go over the cables with you again in case you're new and you haven't actually seen the live streaming video, which will have that in a link too, because it's kind of the same idea. It's just live streaming to Facebook instead of hooking it to your phone. And so this is going to give you a way better audio. It's going to give you audio from right out of your mixing board, with the effects and all that kind of stuff. A nice clean audio that you see a lot of these bigger YouTubers and live streamers use. That'll come right out of the mixing board right into your phone, and you can record into that. But let me just back up here a little bit. First off, if you have an iPhone or a Android, which I have a OnePlus, your microphone input, for your earbuds, right here. These are actually let me go over here to my camera too. So these are see the 3 rings on the earbuds? That's called TRRS. So what you need to get in order to make it with a mixing board, because you basically need 2 inputs. So let me get my mixer back in focus here. And then, so that's a TRRS, the three rings on that. And what you need to do is convert that to a 2-ring TRS. So the TRRS has the 3 rings, the TRS has the 2 rings. All right, so this is your phone, and you need to take that down to a TRS. So this is a little $12 adapter. It takes it from the TRRS, which is the 3 rings, and then lets you plug in a TRS, which is the input right here. So. And then what you need is you basically need a cable like this again, and I'll have this in the link in the description like on the last video. So this is a TRS cable, and then it goes to a 1/4 inch. Well, mine goes to RCA, but you really want it to go to 1/4 inch. But the link I'll have in the description takes you from a TRS to 1/4 inch. And then what you're going to do is you can go to your mixing board, and this is any mixing board. I have a little Mackie USB mixer, and there's a whole other video I can do on hooking a USB right to your phone. That'll work too as well. But I have a little Mackie USB mixer. This isn't a mixer that we use to play live. This is a mixer that we use for acoustic gigs, but most people have small mixers like this. So basically what it is, you have your main outs. This is for XLR main outs, and then you have your 1/4 inch main outs. We're going to be using the 1/4 inch, so if your mixer doesn't have 1/4 inch, then you'll have to get a conversion or go from TRS to XLR. But most mixers usually have the 1/4 inch and the XLR, or just a 1/4 inch. So we're going to be using just a 1/4 inch. So you want the main outs, and I know I'm kind of going over this for people who know what the main outs are. They'll be like, dude, why do you keep saying that over and over again? Because I have a lot of people in the comments who are trying to go out the effects ends and the headphone jack. If that headphone jack would work, but you want to go out the main outs. And you take your 2 1/4 inches, plug them in your main outs. All right, and then what's really important when you, like on this mixer, my gains right here, these are your mic preamp gains. So your mic preamp gains are what's really going to drive that signal into your phone. We're going to get to that in a second, because you want to watch that signal so it doesn't go over the little yellow line, and we'll get that when we get back to the phone. And then, so you're going to watch these gains. You just turn them down to like maybe, what is that, like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and you're probably going to be good there. And then coming out my headphones right now, this is my headphone out. This is for me to hear myself. I have my a little headphone adapter plugged into my headphones, and I have my earbuds in there. You can use headphones. Now, one thing you don't want to do is when you're doing this kind of thing, you don't want to come out of your mixer into big speakers and have them blowing through your microphone, because otherwise you're going to get a weird little audio loop. So whatever goes in your mixer, you don't want to have speakers out in your room to hear yourself. You want to use headphones or in-ears, because if you're using main speakers, you're going to have the room noise and you're going to have a weird loop, because you're going to be hearing the audio from the speakers through your microphone back through the mixing board into your camera. So no speakers. You can go like Alicia's vocal mic's here. I'm going to be singing through that, and my acoustic is here. And then you can plug it in whatever else you want, but no speakers. You got to use headphones for this to really sound good. All right. So now we're going to go over to our phone. And on my phone, which is let me go back over here. On my phone, which is the Android, I need this little adapter that came with my phone, which is a USB-C, and they should have came with your phone. If not, I'll leave a link in the description for the same thing. It's USB-C 3 to TRRS, which that's the only way a phone's going to work. If you have a headphone jack in your phone, don't worry about it. You already have the TRRS sticking in your phone. So my phone requires this. So I'm going to plug this into here. Now we're going to take the cable that we just convert. We're going to get our little conversion cable first. Okay, so this is our conversion cable, a little $12 conversion cable that converts it from a TRRS, which goes to your phone, to a TRS, which goes to the mixer. We're going to take that, we're going to plug it into the headphone jack of the phone, regardless if you need an adapter or not. Like the iPhone, when I get into that, doesn't need an adapter. We'll plug it right into the phone. All right, so I got my TRS adapter plugged in. Now I have TRS coming out of here, and I can plug the mixing board right into that. So now my mixing board is coming out of the main outs through this cord into my phone. All right, now we're going to go back to this phone setting. So we have the open camera from the Android store, and we are going to go over to the settings, which is this little wheel icon up the top, because we want to tell the camera to be using the audio from an external source. So we're going to go to settings. Now there's a bunch of cool settings in here for camera options, like face detection and that kind of stuff, and ISO. We're not going to do that. We're only going to worry about audio. You can look up, just set everything on manual or whatever you want as far as that goes. So there's tons of tutorials that shows you about ISO and that kind of stuff. But we're going to scroll down till we get to video settings. I'm going to click on video settings. I'm going to scroll down the video settings all the way down until we get to audio recording. If that audio recording is off, which it shouldn't be, just turn it on so it's green. I'm going to leave mine on. And then here's the important part. We want to go to audio source. This is what the regular Android video cameras or iPhone video cameras don't have. Audio source, we're going to go to external microphone. Boom. Now it's telling us that there's an external microphone. But you want to be able to see your audio on the front of your phone. So we're going to go back out of the video settings, and then we're going to scroll up to camera preview, and then we're going to scroll down on camera preview, and there's a couple things that you want. One thing, I usually do, this is just on the show grid, I usually leave that on 3x3. That gives you a nice square grid, and it just kind of it gets you lined up easier. And I'll kind of explain that to you too as an actual added bonus. But right here, where it says show audio level meter on the front, you want to click on that, and you want to have that displaying. All right. So now when we go back here and go back to the front of the camera, as soon as I start recording, hey. See the audio meters right there. We don't have anything adjusted, but you can see the audio coming in. If I grab Alicia's mic, hey, so you can see the audio meeting coming through the board and to Alicia's mic. All right, so now our phone is set up with the audio in there coming right directly from the mixing board. We're going to give it a little test drive. We're going to put our ears in so we can hear it. We can kind of monitor how it sounds, make sure we don't have too much reverb, because right now I'm not hearing anything from the phone. All right, we're going to get a little clamp over here. I got this cheap little clamp that goes on any tripod. the little phone clamp. You can give, actually I got this at the dollar store, the phone clamp. So it just clamps your phone in like this. I'm gonna turn this around. I'll put it up here so I can see myself. One thing that's weird about seeing yourself though, and I'm sure there's a setting in this app, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to figure out, is I'm backwards. It's a mirror image. So even though I'm a right-handed guitar player, it's going to look like I'm a left-handed guitar player. So I'm sure there's a function in there, but just look up how to change it so it's no longer a mirrored image. So now we're just going to adjust this. Okay, you can go in there and set up the ISO and all that kind of stuff, which is a really cool camera app. I haven't played with that right now. I'm only concerned about getting your guys' audio to sound good. You can play with the camera settings and make yourself look pretty as much as you want. Sorry, my camera just went dark. I had to shut a light off because that was too blown out. So I'm gonna grab my acoustic. Now, you are going to hear some buzzing because my guitar has a short in the cord. So, sorry about the buzzing. Let's go over here and start recording my phone. All right, so we're recording. Hey, hey, check. I'm gonna put my in-ears in. Remember, you do not want to have speakers on because you're gonna get a weird little feedback loop going on. So I'm gonna plug my in-ears in, or headphones, whichever you prefer. These little in-ears right here are amazing. They're 8 driver in-ears, and they were $50. And you can get a little extension to go further. So if you hear that buzzing, okay. So now we're going to switch to audio to the phone right now. So the phone, what you hear is actually coming from the mixing board. Is right there. I'm going to turn the, if I hit mute on my guitar, that buzzing went away. It's because my cord is bad. But you can hear the reverb. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. All right, so I'm going to bring the buzzing back by unmuting my guitar. So I'm not going to really get a mix. You can kind of play around this, make sure your mix is good in your phone. Sorry about the camera is overexposed, but we're not worried about that. We're worried about audio. So, all right, so let me grab a pick. All right. So again, same song as last video. Here we go, ready? Check, 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 check. Oh, okay. So yeah, what's nice about this mixer is if you go, and actually you can hook a foot pedal up to it too, I believe. But you can go over here and hit mute FX, and I believe you can hook a foot pedal up to that. That way, if you're talking to the audience, you can be like, "Hey guys," and just use a foot pedal. And right here, it says foot switch. You get one of those little on and off switches. Look them up on Guitar Center or whatever, and you can plug a foot pedal in there, and that'll actually turn this off, or you can just manually hit the switch, the mute effects. Check, check, check. And it's back, so you can go back to singing. Every rose has its thorn. All right, guys. So I checked out the audio. Audio sounds great. I mean, I'm an amazing singer. Obviously, that's so it's my gift. No, I'm joking. Anyhow, but yeah, the audio sounds great. It sounds perfectly good to use. But again, the buzzing was not from the mixer. The buzzing was from my bad guitar cord, but I didn't